Okay,
You have to guess who this is.
you guys ready?
Yeah.
This award is for the the sun is too bright today.
Harry.
She always had her suit.
You always say
shades
your
on.
sunglasses on. Got that right away.
Harry, that's from the heart. It's not right out today. Right out the paper. Harry. Harry.
So Perry, your real award is here. We're giving you the award for the most improved player.
Woo!
So from the beginning of the season to the start of the season, where you started and where you ended up. So this went this way, except for, let's see, Lily, Elise, Avery was on our team last season, and Peyton. Those are the only 4 girls that John knew on this team going into it.
I knew Rhea.
And you knew Rhea, that's right. But you knew Rhea for AU, my bad. You knew Rhea for AU. But like when we were picking teams, like all of you, aside from those girls, like, John, I'm gonna need you to trust me. I'm gonna need you to trust me. And Perry, when your name was on there, and I knew it, and I was like, you're an athlete, you played basketball with us, I watched you swim, we just have to teach you this game. And as soon as it started to click for you, you were just off to the races. So you put together a fantastic season. Really proud of what you did this season. All right, the next one. Oh, you got to do this one.
Oh, yeah.
The envelope, please.
Oh, no.
The award. The award for the I've been doing daily speed trading for the last 4 years to avoid learning how to slide award goes to. It's a long award. We've had some.
Oh, this one is longer, actually.
She did tell me at third base quite a bit that
Yeah.
she doesn't know how to slide.
Yes, she caught me.
All right, Elise, you girl. I'm always impressed by you. Multiple facets of why I'm impressed by you. One thing that we discussed in the beginning of the year, before the season even started, was we named a bunch of girls that you were super impressed by in the league, right? And we said, hey, they're not just showing up to practice, like they're doing the work off the field. And when I said that, something clicked and we started meeting. With you and I went to the fields every day after the bus stop and we started hitting, right? And you put in the work and you became a great hitter this year, right? The confidence grew, but you, ma'am, get the Golden Glove Award because you A-Rod out there at shortstop. Backhanding, making huge throws from shortstop. Like, I am so proud of you and your effort this year. And I can't wait to see where you go from here, and I'm looking forward to another 10 more years of coaching you. So, Golden Glove Award this year.
Sorry, but I love you.
You're a dummy.
I should make a major league softball.
All right, here we go.
I have the next award.
Just say it. Yeah, bro.
We gotta read this.
Yeah, no. The award for most likely to be cast as the character Joy in Disney's Inside Out 3 award.
They're doing a great job.
Oh, I don't know.
I love it.
Pretty good at this.
They know each other. They know each other.
You came up with all these awards.
I did, yes.
Okay, Grace, your actual award is the Leadership Award. And this really is perfect because I've coached a lot of kids, over the years at Murphy Candler, and very few have been inside the dugout really trying to help everyone around them the entire time. And it's fantastic to see you out there. It's great to see you want to pick everybody up and get them moving in the right direction. And you really rallied the troops a number of times in this season when we were in really tight games and the coaches and I didn't know whether or not it was going to go our way. You showed up and you got everybody moving in the right direction. Every boat needs somebody telling everybody which way to row, and that's what the Leadership Award is for.
All right, I'll do the next one.
You're just going to share all videos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
On the YouTube
YouTube
channel. All right, the next award is the Joke is on You award. I just pretend not to know how to hit in batting practice award. So
That would be I complain in batting practice award.
Kate, I apologize in advance for your award.
Yeah.
So a lot of these girls don't give this away, right? You all heard, a lot of you have heard this before, but softball is such a hard sport. Softball and baseball are such hard sports, and I don't just say that. These girls have heard me tell them this. And if you play any other sports or watch any other sports, like you compare, and you take a quarterback in football, and if he threw 10 balls and 7 of those balls are intercepted and only 3 his receiver catches, it's a pretty bad quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Right? And if you have a basketball player and he shoots 10 free throws, or she shoots 10 free throws and she misses 7 of them and it hits 3, is that a good basketball player? No. If you have a baseball player or a softball player and they face 10 at bats and they get 3 hits and 7 times they get out, you know what we call that player? An all-star. An all-star. This game is about failure over and over and over again. And for you to come in 10U, which is a high level, and face the girls that you were facing, we didn't want to tell you this when you're in the middle of it because we didn't want you to get nervous or anything like that. Some of the girls that you were facing in rec, they're striking out girls that play travel ball in tournaments, right? Like, and you stood in there and you held your own, and you had times where you were unsure of yourself, but you fought through that, and you kept getting better and better and better. And I think that if you approach everything in your life the way that you approach this season, you're going to be completely successful in everything you do. And that is why we are giving you the Rookie of the Year award.
Drum roll, please. The most likely to keep softball report cards on every teammate award goes to Emma.
So, she knows because this goes back to our Bulldog days. It is like so hard to find something. But, what's that?
You're pointing to Avery.
Yeah.
This is
Well, no, she's on the
Oh.
Warhawks. Right. So the Bulldogs, Emma would just be in practice and she'd be like, point over there. It's like, Coach, you're not paying attention. Coach, you're way in the dirt. But it's because you were a leader, right? And you wanted everyone to focus. You're always all about the team. And you wanted everybody to be paying attention because you wanted to succeed. And you knew that you needed them to pay attention to get better so that you could win and succeed. And so you kept everybody on their toes. And that's why I always call you the captain. Any team you play for, you're always going to be the captain from here on out. Just because of that attitude and the way that you approach it all the way back from that season. John, you want to finish the real award?
The real award for Emma goes to the Clutch Player Award. What does Clutch Player mean?
No idea. Like cool under pressure.
Cool under pressure.
It's the one who steps up in the
that
huge
steps up.
moments when we need her the most.
Keeps their cool, shows up, and does what's necessary to get the win, right? And this, Emma, every time, dude, it was just I said, I've played with 4 or 5 of these players before, and this is my first season I got to play with you, and it was just such a joy to watch you, because you, with others' leadership and yours, you just kept such a cool head, and you made the play, you stepped up, you got the hit, and you kept everyone focused on the game. And for that, you are the clutch player of the 2024 Blue Jays season.
Next, on the Funny Awards. Yeah. This award is for my Good Luck Charms Have Good Luck Charms Award. Is for Avery. JJ, and that's okay.
There was one game where it was like JJ, and then we had Ozzy, and then we had another Braves player, and then there was like a Matchbox car.
There was a car.
All the toys made the way.
And they're all on the fence. Yeah.
Everything you're falling down.
And then at the end, they get jammed in there and no one can get them back out.
And then we had the JJ out.
Yeah.
And then we got down the ball. And he was ball.
But the real award, you know, throughout the season, whenever we needed something to happen, whenever we needed a spark on the field, it seemed like you were in the right place at the right time. Or you'd get a hit, or you got hit by a pitch, you know. Any way to get on base and help. And then, as soon as you got on base, I think when you got hit by that pitch, Coach John told you at first, they're going to regret that one. And in 2 pitches, you were at me at third base, and then you scored right after that. It's been great to watch you continue to grow in this game. I love, having had the opportunity to do that. And the Playmaker Award is perfect for what you've done.
Me? All right, here it goes. I don't know. All right, these are long ones. This is a long one. Yeah. So, the award for that was a ball. Umpires are the worst people ever. This is the worst day of my life. Blast a game-winning home run during the next at bat. I love softball. This is the best day ever award. Goes to Peyton. I almost wanted to say this one for last. One, because it's funny, but 2, I don't want to get emotional talking to you, so I'm going to keep this real quick. I've coached you so many seasons, and I talked to your dad a lot in between the games and in between the seasons, and I always tell him one thing over and over. And if you go back and read his text, please don't read his text. If you were to, you would see the one thing that I say all the time about you is I hope she knows I care. And I hope she knows how much I care about her and how much I want her to be successful. And I want you to be successful, but I just want to see you smile. And I want to see you play happy. And when you do that, I can count on one hand the players at the park that give me that sense of joy, to see them having that sense of joy, because I've been through all the ups and downs with you. You're going to be successful as long as you let yourself be successful. You're too hard on yourself. We talk about this all the time. But I know that someday I'm going to see your name in the lights. And it has been an absolute pleasure to coach you over the years. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you're capable of accomplishing in the next level, the next steps, and everything else. So keep your head on you. Be good to each other, you two. Love you, too. It's the MVP award. And hey Peyton, on the softball side, when you kept it between the lines, right? these two lines in between your ears and you didn't get all the outside stuff, you really were the most valuable player on our team. You stepped up in all facets of the game, on defense, on offense, on base running. You can hit the ball to the wall. I mean, and you put your head down and go. You get every ounce of that ball out of that little body of yours and every mile per hour that you can on the base paths. And there's absolutely no way, and this goes for all of you, but especially you, there's no way that we pull that off without all of your contributions throughout the season. I couldn't think of one thing, hitting, base running, batting, and you do it all. So great job, MVP.
All right, next. The Funny Award. For the most likely to have started studying for college entrance exams award goes to...
Lily.
Oh, through a loop. Isabella.
I got it.
Isabella is 10 steps ahead of all of you, all the time. Every single time, she is ahead of everyone. She's the first one out of the dugout. She's the first one to know where she's supposed to be going. She's studied the playbook. She knows where the other team is playing, what positions, how fast they run, what schools they go to, whether or not they can guess how many hours of sleep they got last night. Isabella is 10 steps ahead of everyone at that softball field at all times.
Absolutely. And that leads directly into your real award, the Hustle Award. I don't care if it was practice, I don't care if it was raining, I don't care if the fields are crappy, I don't care if it's sunshine and rainbows and it's just beautiful outside. You put in 110% wherever you went at all times. I think this goes with the entire team. This, maybe we address the whole team after this. But I think you were a great leader, and I think the girls looked up to you and watched the hustle that you had on and off the field, and just the effort you put in was just fantastic to watch. And you don't see it very much in 10 new players. And you were just a true leader and just one of the fastest kids I've ever seen in my life.
And you know, like in racing, they call it the pace car, right?
Yep.
You kept the pace for the whole team. Everybody was trying to keep up with you. I remember Ben telling Rhea one time, what was it like? I'll give you $5 if you can beat her to the dugout. She
Out of the dugout.
Out of the dugout.
You
Yeah.
owe me $2.
And like, they started hustling and they were trying to match you, right? And I want you to remember this one thing. I mean, it's been a pleasure coaching you. Last season in Rec, last season in Cobras, this season in Rec. I hope to get you on our Rec team next season. I just want you to remember that as you go through softball, as you go through life, when you see people that are really successful, whether they're great softball players or they're doctors or whatever they do, right, that they're successful at, 99% of the time, they just work harder than everybody else. It's not luck, it's not all these other things, they work harder than everybody else. And I think everybody at Murphy Candler is always rooting for you because you just work harder than everybody else. And that's going to take you really far, so thank you. I would like to apologize in advance for the next award.
I know why you handed this one off.
Oh, I know who it is now.
All right,
Lily.
next in the funnies, the 0 for 3 against my little sister in playoff games award. Hey, Banquet, would you like to walk us over to her?
I asked her
You make it 0 for 4.
I had to do it though, that was cool.
He did it, and then he made me do it. This award is also perfect. You know, coming in to the past couple of seasons, I've watched you really grow. The area of your game that I've watched you grow the most in is your pitching. You know, I know last season we kind of had to cobble together some pitching, and try to make it work. We rotated through just to see who was the hot hand. There was no doubt about it this season. You were the hot hand. Always the hot hand. And that's a testament to the amount of work and dedication that you put in, you know, to that part of your game. And you know, in baseball, they give out Cy Young awards. You know, this one is the Ace Award for your pitching, but you also, you know, are right up there with your leadership and everything else. You know, when everything needed to, you know, when the ship needed to be righted, you were right there. You were constantly trying to help the other pitchers. You would stop and call a timeout from first base and go and tell them, you got this. You know, little things like that that really helped everything keep moving in the right direction this season. So I will happily hand you the Ace Award.
All right, and last but not least, the award for most likely to befriend a cute but dangerous wild animal as the next team mascot goes to. So, Rhea, I told you this during the season. I tell you this all the time. My money's always on you. I'm always betting on you. I will never bet against you. I've had you on the team now, I think 5 seasons, and I've loved every minute of it. You are a hard worker. You are just a wonderful, joyous personality. You're an incredible athlete, and I think part of the reason why you're so successful is because the moment is never bigger than you. Like, you just have this belief in yourself and you're going to do it. Whether it's you hopping up on a wakeboard the first time you ever got on. I watched, me and Ben are sitting there looking at it like, you know how many times everyone crashes in the water trying to get up on this thing, and you're just like, okay, this is what we're doing. And we're pitching today. Yep, this is what we're doing. And you just had this belief in yourself, and it just shines through in everything you do. But I also know you're a very hard worker, and I always go back to that best game that I saw you play in 8U, and then I gave you the game ball, and you were over on the side throwing with your dad, and Ben told me she didn't like the way she threw in that game. I'm like, she didn't like the way she threw in that game. She got like 9 outs, and she's like, but you weren't happy. You hear these stories of professional athletes who get done playing the game of their life, and they're in the gym shooting baskets or in the cages hitting balls. And that mentality and that belief, but also understanding that it takes the work, right? It's the balance. Those are the stars. Those are the greats. Those are the people that people talk about, the legends and these stories. And I think no matter what you do in life, that's going to be you. That's Rhea. There's going to be greatness attached to your name wherever you go because you are who you are. And that's why I'm giving you the Rising Star Award. So, the last thing I want to say to the parents, and then I'll hand over to these guys so I'm not in trouble for talking too long. Thank you for everything this season, for all your help, for all the time you put in. It's funny, I was thinking about this, and when I sent out the email, like, guys, please sign up for the background checks. So that we know that, you know, if we are in a pinch, we need people to help. And I'm like bragging to the other coaches and the league director, like, every single player on our team has either one or both parents who have signed up. And I looked at John and I said, this is going to be an incredible season because it all starts and it ends with you. And it's not lost on me that, like I said, this is my favorite group that I have ever coached. And I know I speak for them. They are just wonderful people. They are hardworking, they're respectful, they're polite, they're caring. They're all of the adjectives that you could possibly think of. They're just wonderful human beings. And they're wonderful human beings because y'all are wonderful human beings. And they get that from you. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, and your involvement and seeing those stands packed during every single game, you should be really proud of what you're doing for them as parents. And they are the best compliment that I can give you to end on is they are the type of people and children that I want my kids associated with. So thank you so much for all of your help and everything this season. We appreciate it. You got anything else you want to end on, boys?
What's the background?
What's your name?
Coach John. Get over pass it to him.
Oh, thank you.
Coach John!
Coach John. I need you.
I'm gonna go ahead and second everything he said. And you know, we've had Coach Moore and I have had, this is our 11th season coaching together. 11 seasons. And he put, I would never get sick of him.
Wait, Dad, hold on. I thought it was your 10th was 11th.
It's our 11th together. I believe this is his 12th plus another 12 on top of it. So it's like 100th season. And you know, we've had we're both involved with the park, and we've both, you know, we've had teams with 11 kids on it before, and we've needed call-ups. The dedication from this team and the dedication from the parents to bring your girls to the game, let trust us with them, and to coach them. We didn't need a single call-up this season. We didn't need a single one. Actually, almost every game we've had 11 girls. Almost every single game this season. And your dedication, you know, we've had teams before that looked great on paper, but this is the greatest team we've ever coached. Not only do you look better in person than you do on paper, because you're all very talented, you have the most heart that I've ever seen in any team that we've ever coached. That was evident in practice, that was evident in games, it was evident in the tournament, and regardless of the result of the tournament, we won every single game except for the championship game. Every single game.
We're undefeated regular season at 10U. That's unheard of.
We're the best 10U team in the park. I don't care who you ask. You're the best assembled group of 10U girls at Murphy Candler this year, regardless of whatever happened in the championship game. And that is a testament to you and your parents' dedication to bringing you to the park. And it is heartwarming. And I will be looking for your names on every list, on every draft moving forward. And I love every single one of you, and thank you, parents, for all of your dedication. And we never had to beg.
Oh, the RSVPs.
The
Oh, the
RSVPs.
RSVPs.
Oh, the
God bless
RSVPs.
you for RSVPing.
Bring us on, buddy.
I just want to say thank you to all the parents for, you know, giving us the privilege of experiencing this with your daughters. I've done this for a long time with a large number of kids. There's nothing that I love more than being out on the field with the kids. You know, I loved it with my boys. I love it with Peyton. This is a crazy special group. I don't think I've ever had a group that got along this well. I don't think I ever had a group that honestly they love each other, and it was very special. But it all starts with that opportunity, for allowing us to be out there and do this. It's very rewarding, and I've loved every second of it. Even though sometimes it may not look it, I've loved every second of it. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I do want to thank you all. And girls, thank you as well. Because you really did. You made this a very special season for us. We don't get to do this that often where you don't have any problems out there from start to finish. And that result in the final in that championship game, late night, you dropped that game by 1 run. There's nothing to hang your head at for that. This was a fantastic season, and you were right there in that game until the very end. And we're super proud of the fact that you are all better softball players today than you were when we started this season. And that's the only thing that the three of us could have asked for. So thank you very much.
We all squealing.
Hot tub, yes, that's your question.
Okay, so why does mine say team, whatever, team name?
I don't know.
It says team name. The mine says something. Yeah.
It should say Blue Jays. I'll print another one. You live down the street.
Worst day of your life, right?
Look, I just want to say one thing. Thanks to all of you guys. We are all so unbelievably fortunate and so grateful for everything you do. What's in the gift card doesn't even compare to what I feel like we are you guys. And this is hands down. I mean, Gray's been on your team for 5 or 6 seasons. We almost quit softball until we got on your team. And
Why?
he just changed because she just didn't have a good experience, and she was like, I don't want to do it. She's like, I'm try one more season and then so anyway, I don't really want to take away, but thank you guys all very, very, very much. You guys made this team. It's the girls, but it's also you guys. So thank you. Hey, one quick thing, girls, the coach, one of the coaches on the championship team came up to me after the game and said, if we had tied that last inning, he knows you guys would have won.
Yeah!